The Ghost Odyssey, Episode 2, Conspiracy Theories.
Good morning, Redcoast. This is Avery Burns on East Coast News. This week, we will be talking about conspiracy theories. What are conspiracy theories? They are beliefs that some covert but influential organization is responsible for a circumstance or event. They can be things like the government is full of lizard people, or the idea that the Illuminati is an organization that runs things or has some sort of special info that we all don't. These conspiracy theories are often, if not always, wrong. I mean, seriously, the Earth is not flat, and there is not a secret government of people trying to hide things. That is ridiculous, and the people who fall for these things especially so. Justin. Today, I will be debunking conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories, like there is a miniature world inside of the middle of Mars, or that there are small green aliens that live on Pluto. Why people think these things like this when we live in the 29th century already, I have no idea. I mean, these things are all well documented. It really doesn't make sense. There are also many others involving the government, aliens, and celebrity deaths. These things are always very out there with zero scientific proof. But right now, the weather. It seems that today it is raining cats and dogs. The animal shelters have been completely overwhelmed by all of the dogs and cats that have been brought in due to the rain. So once the storm is over, please be sure to go to Cosmopolitan and adopt a pet. There will be plenty of cats and dogs to go around. Pick two, and the third comes with its own leash and collar for all of your walking, floating, and levitating pet needs. Personally, I got 2 cats after the storm of '96, which was a horrible storm, by the way. If you weren't in town to see it, you'd at least have to see it on the news, given how big it was. It certainly was so big, it basically shut down the town for like 2 whole weeks. The storm of the century, they called it. Raining cats, dogs, even crows and dragons, which are highly unusual. We'd never seen anything like it before. Anyway, I own 2 cats, a gray one named Gandalf and an orange cat named Chewy. They are my favorite sentient beings in the world, and I love them both very much. I named them both after famous characters in these big, old movie franchises. They were so big, they still aren't even completely unpopular, but a lot of kids these days don't know anything, don't know a whole lot about them, given how old they are. Some of my favorite movies are Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, which is why I've named my cats after my favorite characters in those films. Chewie is actually a short form of Chewbacca, who's an alien in Star Wars, and Gandalf is a wizard in Lord of the Rings. Actually, loving these movies is how I met my, never mind. It seems that Justin has been going around saying that he has seen ghosts. Honestly, have you ever heard something so ridiculous? No? Yeah, well, me neither. I mean, wait, is he outside? What the? You know what? Give me a sec. Hey, dude. What the hell are you doing? I mean, you, Justin. Shouldn't you be at work, man? I mean, seriously. Even if you aren't, this is literally a business street. People are working here. I mean, I'm on air, for heaven's sakes. People have better things to be doing, Justin. You have better things to be doing. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. That guy is seriously a menace to society, I tell you. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right, ghosts. I mean, like, ghosts do not exist. We all know that spirits exist, but ghosts do not. There is a huge difference between the two, and ghosts just don't exist. That is a scientific fact. Spirits are non-physical parts of a person in which the seat of emotions and characters, the soul. Ghosts are an apparition of a dead person who is believed to appear or become manifest to the living, typically a nebulous image. They are different, and anything that might be considered a ghost already is called a spirit. Hence, not only is that incredibly rude, but absurd. Weirdly enough, Justin's actually a good librarian. Like, he knows exactly where every book is, but it takes forever to get the book because he'll monologue for like over an hour about how the world is fake and we're all in a simulation. I mean, he's been going on forever with these weird conspiracy theories. Like, half of them don't even make sense. I was talking about his most recent belief. Oh, hey, aliens have taken over the government. Oh, the government is probably aliens planning humanity's destruction. Go up. These things are so ridiculous. Plus, it is super rude to be forcing your opinion on everyone like that. It's really annoying, and probably why he has no friends. I mean, going around blabbing random opinions on things that definitely aren't true is just weird. Like, everything he says is false, and he would know that if he spent even a fraction of the amount of time he spent talking about it to Google this stuff. This is like totally a professional journalist's point of view, but he is the worst. And I stand by that. It is time for today's sponsor. That in which it is true or in accordance with fact or reality. The reality of our world and our lives. What is truth? Is it not just the discovery of what we currently know? Our truth changes regularly and is completely individual to each person. Is the truth of an ant the same as the truth of an elephant? No, their truths are completely different and always will be. Truth is always subjective and relative, especially as being a part of a sentient race. Our truth is specific to our experiences and opinions. Today's show is sponsored by Truth. Time for a review of the new Rocket Johnny's. It was amazing. The food was so delicious. I mean, I've never had such good Eclipse food before. The restaurant was sort of similar to those mid-20th century Earth burger diners, looked like. The diner had a blue theme with comfortable booths, a nice bar, and a great menu. I even met the restaurant owners, Naomi and Jacqueline Nadio. They were a lovely couple, and even lovelier people. When asked for a statement about their new diner, they said that they are so grateful that such a kind community has been so welcoming to them for their first few months here, and that they are also grateful that so many people have been enjoying their diner so far. 11 out of 10. I definitely recommend going, folks. It has been a couple of weeks since the mysterious boat, titled the Forsaken, has washed up on Sunset Beach. Mayor Cortez has released an announcement yesterday that after further scientific investigation, the boat has shown nothing. They have not yet found signs of who it belongs to or where it comes from. We only know that it seems to have washed up due to being on its own version of autopilot. Otherwise, we cannot tell anything about this vehicle. Remember every time you said, that only happens once in a blue moon? Well, you better be prepared tonight because it is a blue moon, inhabitants. Well, Phobius is a blue moon anyway. Demios is never a blue moon, only a purple moon. It is said that blue moons are said to be due to emotions of the moon. Naturally, because it's blue, we can assume that it is because it is sad. But like my mom used to say, to assume makes an ass out of you and me. So, we can never really know unless we ask. Although, we are not quite advanced in our technology yet to be communicating with our moons. Redcoast Zoo is coming out with a new exhibit with chupacabras, mermaids, and dragons. These new animals are here for rest and sanctuary. At the zoo, all animals are there because of protection or aid given at the zoo, which makes them more ethical now than ever. Zoos are really just sanctuaries at this point, but being outdoors and learning about animals is always a fun and enjoyable time. So take the family. Go to the zoo. Tomorrow, Tales of Time, the bookstore downtown, will be having a book signing with Bob McDonald for his new book, A Martian's Essential Guide to Earth. Bob McDonald is known for his most popular novel, An Earthling's Guide to Outer Space. I have already read the new book, and I too will most definitely be going down to the book signing. His books are always a great read, and easy for people to read who are unused to scientific terms. I always really enjoy reading his books, and tend to take a special interest in space, which he describes in an easy-to-understand way. Did you know that recent studies have shown that dragons can survive in space, and that this may mean they did not originally come from Mars? Typically, dragons will migrate from Earth to Mars and back again. But it is possible that dragons may have come from outside of our solar system, in fact. This has been your weekly fact. Our new radio intern, Calypso, was sent to investigate the mysterious bottomless pit in the middle of River and 6th Street. She has come back to report that it may seem to be just a giant, empty, unknown hole. The road seems to go around the hole, like it has always been there. I've been here forever, and I can tell you, it has not always been there. What is in the pit or where it goes, we do not know. Calypso says that they have thrown a tire down the hole to see how long it takes to hit the bottom for scientific research. She says that she only left for a split second because it was taking so long to hit the bottom. But when they came back, the tire was back outside the hole. I suppose that this mystery is best left to scientists then. One of our many and upcoming festivals is Pride, which is next month, which means that there will be a Pride parade where everyone can have parade floats, plus a ton of local businesses and food vendors. I may only be a simple entity, but I always love to enjoy a good pride. Celebrating who you are and where you come from is always a worthwhile and important use of time. I think that it's super important to acknowledge the history of which we come from and the progress we continue to make. I love celebrating my own gender and sexuality, being a trans masculine bisexual. Whether you are struggling with labels or are certain and confident in who you are, being yourself and loving yourself is always going to be a worthwhile time of celebration, now and in the future. Thank you for listening to East Coast News, and stay tuned for more. This is Avery Burns signing off. See you next week, folks.